EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in Silicon Valley. And with the foghorn bellowing behind us, that means it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson, Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. Off we go from Santa Clara. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. D. Winters there to bring him down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua. What a connection! He's down inside the 5-yard line. It's a big play with Stafford and Nakua. The gain is 64.
First and goal, Los Angeles.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, L.A. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They're led out by the man who won a national title at Alabama. Quarterback's the former first-round pick, Mac Jones.
And here's a guy, Mike, that's certainly had some ups and downs in his career, and it really hasn't gone always according to plan. Former starter, former future face of an organization. Sometimes in the NFL, though, it has a funny way of not always playing out, but we've seen so often they get another opportunity. They get that next chance in a new home, and a lot of these guys are in very good position to not only take advantage of it, but to turn games like today into their future in this league. I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Jones. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
On 4th down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. Xavier Smith is deep for L.A. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Rams offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Stafford. Right side. Complete to Nakua. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the 1st quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Williams. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They put Adams in motion. Throw on 3rd down, Stafford. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Man in motion is Smith. It's another run here for Williams. He's to the 10. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
That's another Rams first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
They'll run. It's Williams. And he'll take this one in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Make it 2 touchdowns in the very first quarter of play.
Tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
Hardy now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. A return now from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now Jones on the bootleg. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10. On the give, it's McCaffrey. They will finally run him down up near midfield. It's a gain there of 21. It's good for a Niners first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
He was taken down by Cameron Kitchens. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Rams' 47-yard line.
They run on the jet sweep, and he tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense, no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense, no gain.
Kittle is the man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. He'll try and get there on the ground. A gain there of 20. First down, 49.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and When you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
On play action, it's Jones. Moving to his left. He'll take off again. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
19 more yards. That's another 49er first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
And they'll run here with McCaffrey. Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown San Francisco.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. He's got it, and the 49ers are on the board. It's now 14-7.
14, 49ers 7. Eddie Pinheiro set
So
to
now,
kick
after
off.
the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Man in motion is Smith. On the give, it's Williams. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, L.A.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams.
To number 17, Devontae Adams. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49ers' 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Right back to Adams. He's got it again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Rams first down.
First down.
They go play action with Stafford. Open man, downfield, it is Adams. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Rams.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Niners' 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Man in motion is Smith. Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. Moving outside the pocket.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford now on 3rd down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Rams.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Rams will take a 21-7 lead.
49ers 7.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. First down and more to the 45. 20, 15, and he will score. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown San Francisco. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers draw closer here. It's 21-14. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the lines.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
It is 3rd and long. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Third and long. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They run once more with McCaffrey. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
Taken down behind the line of
The
scrimmage.
offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
They're trying to pick this up with a jet sweep. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Interesting. You don't see a lot of jet sweeps on third down. It seems to be more of like a first and second down call because it kind of goes with more of the under center run game and play action game. So they go to it on third down. Really nice job there by the defense. Non-traditional play call. Good discipline. They're able to bring up fourth down.
That is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Rams offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. On the play fake, here's Stafford. That's out wide to Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford now to throw on first down. To the left side and taken in by Smith. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Stafford's pass complete to Kyron Williams. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
2nd down and 8. Again, it's Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's going to have a Rams first down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
That's another Rams first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
That's caught by Puka. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
2nd and 1 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Stafford. Got his man at the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called.
Rams.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This about as short as you can get. Carty's kick is good. And the Rams can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Sky Moore. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. 49ers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. Play action, it's Jones. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Braden Fisk getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Gun, it's Jones. Open man there, it is Bull. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It's actually a really nice job there on 2nd down, putting this into a 3rd and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that 1st down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his man, completes to Pearsall. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Jones to the air again. Open man is Jennings. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
That's taken in by Jennings. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
On the handoff, McCaffrey. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Shotgun now for Jones. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Jones. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
For the field goal, a 52-yard attempt.
Piniero's kick is good, and the Niners are able to get it back within a score.
17.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
At the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. On play action, it's Stafford. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Ferguson, the tight end. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is, firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
On 3rd down, Stafford. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
38-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They run over center with Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
2nd down, it's Stafford. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5 yards on the pickup.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He gets this complete, finding Adams. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. 1st down, L.A.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains.
Play action now for Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
To throw on second down, Stafford. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
A gain of 2 on the play, and this is third down.
They put Adams in motion. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now fourth down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. He's brought down by Kobe Turner.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Jones. He's got his tight end, Kittle. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Jones. He takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Jones. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A first down there on a gain of 12.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jones to throw. He'll step up and run this. Jones into the slide, protects himself, and picks up the first down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
One of the tight ends motions right. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
The motion man here is Bourne. Back to throw is Jones. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. That one taken in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Stafford That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Rice Huff in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Potentially very big call here. Coming out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Gun, it's Jones. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A gain there of 15. 1st down, 49ers.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown. Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Jones. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Now, Jones. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Rams come up with the recovery.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Rams offense ready for this next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Stafford now on first down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. The motion man is Nakua. Man in motion, heading left. They go play action with Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Second and 6 at the 49ers 24-yard line.
A give, and here comes Williams. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Third down, 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. There's that man again, another catch. The Niners will use their third and final timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. Man in motion is Smith. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
D. Winters on the stop. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the Niners' 17-yard line.
It is second and 9. Man in motion is Smith. In the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a second and 9. Receiver in motion, headed left. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Back to to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On third down, here's Williams.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for three, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Niners offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throw, left side, complete to Pearsall.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's 2nd down. To throw is Jones. They'll set up the screen here to Pearsall. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
Here we go. One final play. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.